Please read the disclaimer. Holy smokies, it ain't no joke. It's President Trump just said that the countdown has begun and they only have 48 hours. It could be the end. It could be time to say goodbye to the Iranian regime. We'll see if Trump will keep his promise or are we going to see another taco? Plus, Michael Saylor just dropped a big shocking statement onto the crypto market. We'll talk about that as well. Hello, beautiful people. Shalom, money makers. Currently, XRP is sitting at $1.31, and we have Bitcoin at 67,332, Ethereum at 2,056. OMG, XRP hasn't really moved this weekend. But you know what I'm going to tell you, right? If you haven't yet smashed the like button, now's the time to do so, because every time we get over 1,000 likes on the videos, it seems mysteriously the price of XRP goes up. I'm not saying that there's some correlation between the two, but it's very interesting that that seems to happen. It could also be the fact that when the price is going up, people are more interested in the videos and then we get more likes. I don't know, maybe. I'm just saying but let's not take a chance. Let's get this Saturday night video over 1,000 likes. I know you guys can do it. You've done it. You can do it again. Easy peasy for you guys. So not a lot of action because it seems that the whole market is waiting to see what is going to happen with President Trump, with the promise that he gave. And he tweeted out this. He says, remember when I gave around 10 days to make a deal or open up the Strait of Hormuz, or not. If they don't do it, then hell will rain down on them. Glory be to God. That is what he said. President Donald J. Trump. He says time is running out, 48 hours before that will happen. And now the question is going to be how the markets will react, because today's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, right, is the 48 hour. That's the end of the 10 days. We've seen in the past that when markets are not open, then he has a tendency to say a lot of stuff. But as soon as the markets open up, the stock market, the yields, oil, gold, silver, then suddenly President Trump kind of backtraces a little bit. He says, oh, there's too much of a sell-off. I need to change my tune. And that's, of course, where the taco statement, Trump always chickens out. That's where that came from. We'll see this time. Will we have a big juicy taco? Maybe El Pastore, maybe, some fish taco, maybe some lamb taco, beef taco. Okay, we have to open this up. Right? What's your favorite taco? Let me know in the comment section down below. What is the favorite taco that you like? And I'm not talking about that soft shell stuff. I'm talking about real Mexican. Those of you that don't live in a place where you get real good tacos, I'm sorry for you. Here we get kind of we have, of course, shawarma, and you can get it in a lafa, which is a kind of big taco. It's not really the same. Similar to El Pastore, right? But because apparently that came from Lebanon to Mexico, and then that happened there. But we have a few good actually restaurants here, Mexican food. Let me know in the comment section what kind of taco is your go-to taco. We also are seeing, interestingly, that the Strait of Hormuz is starting to pick up traffic. So we talked about this earlier, that there was a ship from France and from Japan and from Oman that went through. But now around 15 ships have passed through, which is the highest level since March 1st. And so this is interesting. You can see this is a video here of everything that's passing through, what's not passing through, what's waiting, what's sitting. And you can see, so 15 ships have passed. Is this, what's going to happen? Are they going to open it up and make a deal? Let's make a deal. Or is this going to continue? And of course, we're going to see where the markets are. Right now, we are at extreme fear. So the question is, what are the yields going to do on Monday morning? Because that many times affects what President Trump does. And how is that going to affect the crypto market, right? We've seen in the past sell-offs going into the deadlines. And then when Trump gives a extension, then the markets pop a little bit. That's what happened, by the way, here And that's what happened here. Remember, so that was, remember, it was 10 days ago. So it was 8 days ago because he gave 10 days. So it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, right? It was around here that he gave the extension, and then we saw a sell-off. Before that, it was 5 days before, and remember, it was 48 hours going into the weekend, right? And here, Monday, he gave, it didn't happen. He gave the postponement, but then he gave another 2 days and then 10 days. So there's been a lot of postponements here, and it will be very interesting to see what President Trump ends up doing and how that plays out. As always, I just want to remind you that this video is for educational purposes, for entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Always do your own due diligence before you decide to invest. Very, very important. Also, remember that I will never contact you on social media asking you to sign up to anything or to send me any money. Those are scammers, those imposters. I will never DM you. I will never send you a message. Please be very careful out there. Only the official social media accounts that are listed on this page and the YouTube page, YouTube, Telegram group that's open for everybody, my Twitter account, and that's it. No more social media accounts. Please be very careful out there, okay? Very, very important. So what did Michael Saylor just say? He says, Bitcoin has won. Global consensus is that Bitcoin is digital capital. And he says, this is the statement that's kind of shocking, but not surprising. He says the 4-year cycle is DOA, right? He says goodbye. We can say goodbye to the 4-year cycle. That's his statement. Price is now driven by capital flows. No more retail. Bank and digital credit will determine Bitcoin's growth trajectory. The biggest risk is bad ideas driving, I don't know this word, iatro? Maybe this is, I don't know. What is this word? Iatrogenic. Wow.
Iatrogenic.
Okay. Relating to illness caused by medical examination or treatment. I learn new words every single day. Remember, English is my second language. So driving protocols, iatrogenic protocols to change. And so people are already commenting, wait, but it actually had the higher, the highest point was at the exact date. So wait, if you're saying that it's over, right? It's good. We can say goodbye, but actually it played out the way it did. It was supposed to. It just didn't go on that parabolic run that it was supposed to. But the high of the cycle, maybe we don't know yet, but potentially, was at the exact date that people had predicted. So I get what he's saying. I also think that the 4-year cycle is a thing of the past. But again, it seems that the last 2 previous cycles, and we talked about this morning as well, if you saw the video, was driven by low interest rates. And this time around, we didn't have low interest rates. And there was a lot of other factors that hurt the crypto market going into October of 2025. But the fact is that the crypto market doesn't have to play by a rule book, right? I don't think it needs to say, well, XYZ is going to happen on 1, 2, 3, right? I don't think that's good for a market that everything is by a certain book. That's kind of takes out the excitement, I think. And maybe that's one of the reasons why crypto has kind of lost its pizzazz, lost its interest from the young people, because it was supposed to work a certain way, and when it didn't, people were like, I don't like this anymore. And maybe it's grown up a little bit. Maybe it's gone to the next phase, and it's not as attractive that it used to be to young people and to people on the street. Maybe it's just Wendy says here. So Bitcoin is no longer for the people, but for the banks, right? So this is interesting statement. And someone else here says, Tony says from Thinking Crypto podcast, I know him. He says, how can you seriously say the 4-year cycle is over when Bitcoin hit its top in October 2025, not 2026, confirming the 4-year cycle is still a thing. The only thing that, again, that didn't happen was the parabolic movement. So what do you think? After you answer what tacos you like, what do you think? Do you think the 4-year cycle is over and we're never going to see it again? And it's going to just play by a new set of rules, right? Have the rules changed? Or are we going to kind of fall back into this, and then October, of 2030 will, 2029 will play out the same way it's supposed to, or are we going to have a totally different shift? Remember, the Bitcoin ETFs kind of messed everything up. We had a new all-time high before halving that had never happened before, and we didn't have the banana zone, which never happened before after the 4-year cycle. So those kind of two things were contradicting to the previous 4-year cycle template. Let me know in the comment section. What do you think? Is it over? No more 4-year cycle? Can we say goodbye to it? Or do we continue with this kind of templates and we know, okay, XYZ is going to happen at 1, 2, 3? Or are we going to see something very different for XRP and for the crypto market going forward? Let me know in the comment section down below. Don't forget to smash the like button. Check out the links in the description down below. I said that 5 times. Thank you for watching. I hope to see you next time. And like I always say, let's make a lot of money.